Hey guys, it's Sarah, and I'm coming in for week 34 pregnancy update. I just left the doctor's office, and all is well. Nothing really major happened. Didn't really discuss anything major. I do go back in 2 weeks, and at that point I will start checking my cervix, and I will start going once a week after that. I also am scheduled for an ultrasound for next week. They're just going to make sure that the baby, to see what size that we're looking at, although it can be really off one way or the other, actually. And I actually, the girl, I think we talked about this before, but there's a girl at church that's pregnant like 5 days before me, and she went today. She was there today too, and they had done her ultrasound, and they told her that the baby was huge and that it already weighed 7 pounds and 10 ounces. I bet it's not that big. But her husband was like, they're both big. I mean, she's not big like that, but they're both just big, tall gene people. Like, just, that runs in their family, just big genes with big heads. And I said, were they acting like they were surprised? Because I could have told you that you were gonna have a huge baby. Anyways, other than that, nothing really major is going on. My hoo-ha area is sore. I'm not sleeping well at night. Moving around in the bed at night is so ridiculous, and I can't get comfortable. And I hate moving even from side to side, or from my side to my back, or my back to my side, whatever. I feel like, I told Brie, I was like, I feel like I'm a beached whale that is stuck on the sand and is really trying to roll over into the water. Like, it's just ridiculous is what it is. And I'm so sorry. This was me. I'm not complaining. I'm very thankful for all of this process. I keep trying to say that, but I just don't feel great. My blood pressure was fine. I was back up on the scale today, and I'm just ignoring the scale. I really think it depends on the day and the moment and the time and who is weighing me. Who knows? I don't know. I have quit weighing at home because at this point it doesn't matter. And I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I'm not like going crazy, but my appetite is increased. I find myself being pretty hungry. Like even like an hour and a half sometimes after I eat. What else? That's pretty much it. I mean, nothing major is going on. This is the week of Thanksgiving. I'm cooking Brussels sprouts. So there's that. I am at this very moment planning on going Black Friday shopping. That's just something that we do every year. We actually go in the night, and then we get home Black Friday at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I go have breakfast with my mom's sisters. So we'll see. Ed's dad was having a hip replacement surgery today, so he's going to be out of pocket on and off all the rest of the week. So I really don't know what my week is going to look like. Typically the week of Thanksgiving, he takes off like Wednesday and cooks cooks turkeys for everybody all day, and he's not doing that this year, which I hate terribly because he loves doing that. And so he's usually around if I need extra help with Oz or whatever, but it's just, yeah. So there's that. I had heartburn yesterday, like actual heartburn, and I haven't had that in a while. I have reflux often, but I don't always have the heartburn. And this kid is like crazy acrobatic. I don't even know what she's doing. She's like moving. She's like tapping at the top and the bottom, and sometimes on the side. And then yesterday, she just kept stretching or something. And then I finally was like, wait a minute. Are those Braxton Hicks? Because I had those with Oz, but I couldn't, I don't remember. But if that's not what it was, if she's just moving, my face is so round. And maybe it's just because she's running out of room. Like, she's getting a little bigger and she's starting to realize it's tight quarters in there. I don't know. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for my update. I mean, overall, things are well, and other than just being really tired, I mean, I feel fine, and my hoo-ha hurting. I just, and being uncomfortable, I don't know. But here's the deal, and I know this about myself, and I know that I haven't done this. I have not really slowed down, and people keep saying stuff to me about it. And so some of the exhaustion and some of the soreness and whatever would probably be a lot better if I would just slow down. But I haven't reached that point yet because I'm trying to stay so busy and so active and push through. We actually went ahead and put up our Christmas stuff last weekend, and it's hilarious because, and I cried about this, and it doesn't matter, and Oz doesn't know, and he thinks our tree is great. But I typically have 2 trees. Both of these were given to me. It's not anything I bought. One of them came from both came from my mom, but one was new. It's a white tree, which I always wanted to have, but it's not very full and it's not very fancy, and she bought it after the holiday a couple years ago. Well, I usually put that one in Oz's room. Well, then I have a green tree that was from mine from when I was a kid. Well, not a kid, but one that my parents had, because they quit doing a big tree. And it had lights and everything on it. Well, but the lights quit working. And this white tree, you got to wrap the lights yourself. So, but anyways, the big green tree that I love to put out, even though I have to wrap the lights and stuff around it myself, it was just in a box on the bottom of all the pile of boxes, and there was other stuff inside, and I just didn't want to mess with it, because ultimately, if I don't feel like taking it down, somebody else is going to have to. And so we just didn't do all of our Christmas decorations here. We did very minimum. I don't know if I talked about this or not. I don't know. We did very minimum. So I got the white tree out, and it's so pitiful, and it looks so pitiful. And typically his grandmother, Ed's mom, buys Oz a couple different Christmas ornaments at Christmas. This year she made them. They were like gingerbread, and he has his own little box with his own little Christmas ornaments. And originally I was like, well, we'll just do his tree with all his ornaments, and they can't be super heavy because that tree's not super sturdy. But I couldn't get to that box either. So it's Oz's white tree in our big, huge, ginormous living room with a lot of our regular ornaments on it, and it just looks pitiful. I did put out some Christmas stockings. I got one. I had an extra one already, just because none of them are fancy, or they're like, I think they all were like $1 at some point. Well, except for the ones that Ed and I have, they're pretty nice. But the ones for the kids, they were just something I already had. I put one out for Edie, and so that happened. I did put a few things here and there that were just already in some of those boxes. And I thought, well, since the boxes are out, I'll just go ahead and put a few extra things up. So I did that, and then I started wrapping gifts last night, because I just started being like, I should go ahead and wrap these gifts and label these gifts so that in the event that we have a baby early, Ed will know, who they go to and where they need to go. And that way, everything will be taken care of for Christmas as far as Oz goes. And there's a lot of guilt that goes into that. I didn't really buy him much this year, which again, he doesn't need anything. And we're very, 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 very blessed. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. I'm not trying to be like poor, pitiful us. But somebody had given me, let me tell you how good God is. So 2 years ago, one of Brianna's sisters was like, hey, I have all this Batman Imaginext stuff. Do you think you'd be interested in having that for Oz in a couple years? She's like, you can have all of it for $25. Yes, I bought it. And then she actually ended up buying something from me, and so we ended up just doing swapsies on it. Well, it's been stored in our thing, which is fine. It's just been stored in our laundry room. And I had decided that that's what he was going to get for Christmas. Now, keep in mind that up until this point, we have always been into like Paw Patrol, and I don't know. I don't even know how to define it. But recently, he started being like, superheroes. So when he went to school, we got him a superhero backpack. Whatever, still nothing specific. Well, I'm not even joking you. In the last week and a half, this kid has just decided he loves Batman. And I'm telling you, God is so good, because it didn't matter. And he likes little pieces, and he likes like doll houses and stuff. Because if I would have had the money, I would have bought him like a, one of those little like doll houses that's like a fireman house or whatever. But this kid, I'm talking about Batman all the time. My parents had, back during when my parents were supposed to take my niece and us on that like spend the night weekend, and they bought him matching pajamas. Well, they happen to be Batman. He wants to wear those pajamas every night, and crying now if he can't. He's been talking about Spider-Man. He's been talking about like Green Lantern, like all this, like this has just all happened, and that just happens to be the little pieces that are with this set. And Superman, he's been wanting to be Super Oz, and it's just so funny, which I know it's all age appropriate, and I know he's a little boy, and little boys like that kind of stuff, but up until this point, we have really not showed any interest. He's really been like Paw Patrol and PJ Masks and Dora and Diego and things like that. So Ed was like, I don't know, he said something, and I went, listen, he's not getting that stuff because he liked Batman. I said, that was God's grace. I said, he was getting that stuff because we had it and it was free. And he has asked for a few other things. He'd asked for a guitar. I got him a guitar, which was like $5. And I wrapped that last night. And then he asked for, a green present. So I've been wrapping all of his gifts in green. And I just happened to, you guys know from the past, Sarah was a hoarder. Oh, that's the other thing. So we've been cleaning out. So I don't know if we talked about this or not. We're supposed to get this shed. It ended up falling through. We're not getting this shed now. And so I've been mass cleaning the laundry room. We have reorganized our closet. We got Ed like this different closet type thing from IKEA. We'd saved up for that. And so all his stuff went into there. And now I have the closet in our bedroom. And we're just moving boxes around. We're getting rid of a dresser in our room. We've actually emptied the dresser out. It's just got to get moved and out of there to make room for the baby. And so I feel really good about that. So that's all been happening over the weekend. So really, I mean, Christmas is like thrown up in my dining room right now just because I started wrapping yesterday. But other than that, I mean, it's really, we're just coming down to it. And I just feel really blessed. And I'm trying to just have everything lined up as much as possible so that when I need to crash later in December, I'm going to be able to do so. And so, fingers crossed that everything goes smooth and well. And I'm hoping to keep this baby in. And by the way, I noticed today at the doctor's office that they have my estimated due date as December the 31st, which is hilarious. And I know that those are just estimations and they can be off one way or the other. But it's just interesting to me. I don't know. Anyways, okay, guys. Is that light? No, all the lights are on. Okay. I'll see you next week for week 35. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.